Gaza violence continues despite ceasefire. 7 killed, dozens injured. 7 Palestinians were reportedly killed and several others injured after Israeli forces opened fire in Gaza, despite the continued implementation of a ceasefire agreement now in its 57th day. Emergency and medical sources confirm the deaths, saying civilians remain at risk as sporadic gunfire and military actions continue across parts of the enclave. Ceasefire under strain. The deaths come as Qatar, acting as mediator, continues efforts to negotiate the next phase of the ceasefire deal. Although the agreement officially remains in effect, residents and humanitarian workers report ongoing violations and flare-ups on the ground. Destruction and rising concerns. Reports from international and local observers indicate widespread destruction in Gaza, with satellite imagery and eyewitness accounts pointing to what many describe as systematic demolition of residential and public buildings. These developments have raised new questions about the effectiveness and enforcement of the ceasefire, as well as the level of accountability for violations. Humanitarian toll. Hospitals and emergency teams face immense pressure. Casualty numbers continue to rise, and civilians are increasingly displaced, lacking sufficient medical assistance, shelter, and essential supplies. Humanitarian agencies warn that living conditions are deteriorating rapidly, with growing fears about safety, access to care, and the long-term recovery of affected communities. What comes next? Observers and diplomats say 3 urgent priorities must now be addressed. A credible and monitored implementation of the ceasefire, ensuring protection for civilians. Rapid humanitarian support, especially medical aid, shelter, and protection for displaced families. Intensified diplomatic engagement to prevent further escalation and to uphold international humanitarian law. As Gaza continues to grapple with instability and devastation, the international community watches closely, while residents wait for a true and lasting peace to take effect.